EA Sports. It's in the game.
Well, good evening, everybody, and we welcome you ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we're just about ready for action. These ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face. Jorge Arce's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Fernando Montiel and his opponent across the ring. Fighting out of the blue corner, Jorge Arce.
Okay, let's have a good clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
This is a 12-rounder. Here's round number one. Well, Teddy, here in this matchup, two guys who tend to go the distance. What do we look for early?
You know, I'm looking to see who can be more consistent in just one area. Who uses their jab a little bit steadier.
Blocks that belt line well. And a well-placed counter by Fernando Montiel. He missed with that headshot. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Fernando Montiel.
Keep the head moving.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Targeted counterpunch by Fernando Montiel. Hard to believe that they can keep up this pace, but who cares? It's so entertaining while it lasts. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Teddy, how do you see this fight? It seems like a fight that should go the distance. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say so, because first of all, the styles. You know, both these guys are pretty good defensively. Both these guys have the mentality where they're ready for a long night.
Teddy, why is it in boxing that there are so many distinct styles that are defined by geography or culture or ethnicity, where we have a Mexican-styled fighter, an Eastern European, upright fighter, an American-styled fighter? Why is that?
Because you are influenced by your surroundings, by the temperament of the people in your surroundings. Aggressive people, aggressive style. Very thoughtful people, people that are very cerebral, well, you're going to have a defensive style. You're going to have a very careful style. it's going to fit right in.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Blocks that punch. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Fernando Montiel. Last 10 seconds. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Fernando Montiel. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you see proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Jab and throw. Throw to the body, then to the head. Then finish to the body. Yeah. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Took a shot. Now he gives a left. Devastating blow by Fernando Montiel. Nice strike after catching one by Fernando Montiel. Accurate counter punch by Fernando Montiel. Teddy, you've made the point a few times that, hey, it's nice to have something where you got the superior advantage. In this case, he's got the speed. But you can't fall in love with it too much.
No, because what happens then, you're like a teenager that gets one of those sport cars. You know, he gets carried away. He doesn't respect the speed yet. And he starts to run red lights. He starts to do things that he shouldn't do. And that's what's happening here. He's starting to jump in with those quick hands. He figures he doesn't have to respect the dimensions other guys have to. And when he's jumping in, he might get caught. There might be a cop there or a punch there to nail him.
Gets rid of that body shot. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Fernando Montiel. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Good looking right hand after he got hit. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Very nice defensive guard there. And a sharp counter punch by Fernando Montiel. Nothing there on the punch by Fernando Montiel. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Parries that punch intended for the head. 10 seconds remaining in this round. A good block. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action. The kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Number 3 is underway. Gets rid of that effort. Had his target in mind, but just missed. Good looking counter punch. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Fernando Montiel. Showing you some defense there with the block. Well-placed counter punch by Fernando Montiel. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, Ben. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Took a shot, now he gives a left. A stinging counter punch after some fine defense by Fernando Montiel. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
Good block there by Fernando Montiel. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Gets rid of that effort. 10 seconds to go in this third round. And a smart counter punch by Fernando Montiel. End of the round is upon us, and if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
You're looking good. Keep those hands moving. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on the fight.
Here we go with the fourth round. Able to get rid of that one.
Don't stay in one. My circle.
Jorge Arce is not showing us that he understands just how effective he can be if he went downstairs against the opponent.
Yeah, well, you know what you're saying, Joe? You're taking a peek and you're taking a swipe without meaning at his trainers, because what he's telling you is he hasn't been taught some of the rudiments of boxing, that when you hurt a guy, you should go downstairs to finish him.
A crafty counter punch after a fine defensive effort by Fernando Montiel. Nice exchange. Both right hands landed. What a good counter punch by Fernando Montiel. And a well-placed counter by Fernando Montiel. undoubtedly the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Keep your hands up.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Able to show you his blocking ability.
Cover your head.
Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Fernando Montiel.
Keep working his head.
Good block there by Fernando Montiel. 10 clicks of the tongue. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited, he can pick him off a little bit.
You need to create more punch, okay? Let this punch and thrust. Right down the middle. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
Teddy, what do you think here as we start this round? I mean, you watch what he did in that last round, and you got to think that he can get himself back into this fight.
Well, that's how he's got to be thinking it. That's kind of what he's made up of. He's not a front runner. You know, he's not a fast starter anyway. He's the kind of guy that his real strength is to be able to weigh you down. It's to have a great resolve and to be able to chip away. He's chipping.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a solid agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what to come back at him.
Strike after catching one by Fernando Montiel. Good defense just covering up down low. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Good way to protect the midsection. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
blocked that away. It was targeted for his head. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
You're making it hard to hang it. Let's get on that swelling. Compress on that.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Nice block by Fernando Montiel. Doing well on the outside. Boy, you gotta love being his opponent, right? You come into a fight like this tonight, you're so worried about getting off your punches, landing accurate punches. Well, here it is. Not gonna move the head at all. Come and get it.
No, you just have to worry about you don't hurt your hands. You better hope that you wrap them real good, because you're banging that nugget all night long.
I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good looking counter punch.
Keep it going.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Great movement to get away from those punches. Blocks it away. Nice block by Fernando Montiel. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Just don't get crazy in there. Box smart. Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. Get on that.
So with the start of this round, we've reached the halfway point. Be interesting to see what we're in store for down the stretch of this fight. Comes right back at him with a left hand. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. What a good counterpunch by Fernando Montiel. And a good counter by Fernando Montiel. He got hit right there. Wow! Jorge Arce's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
All right, come on, guys. Work it out, no holding.
Good scoring counterpunch by Fernando Montiel. What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. At the halfway point of round 7. Well-placed counterpunch by Fernando Montiel. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Trading right hands. Boy, is this a dangerous biz. Sizzling hand speed we saw moments ago. Heck of a combination, but pretty easy to get it off when you're that fast.
Yeah, it is. And what it causes, too, is besides us saying, ooh, that we see those quick hands and the judges, you know, marking it down, also it makes the opponent keep his hands in his pocket. He's afraid to move his hands because the other guy's so much faster.
Smart counterpunch by Fernando Montiel. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Nice one. That was good. You have this one. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on the...
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Protecting his head well with his guard. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Jorge Arce is making me real curious here, Teddy. I wonder, should he be sticking with this style after being rocked in this fight?
It's still early enough. I would say yes. You know, you don't want to panic. You don't want to just throw everything overboard. You want to stay with what brought you here. Hey, he's been taught this not for hours, not for days, not for weeks. You know, months and years he's been taught this. You don't throw it out. You stay with it.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Fernando Montiel. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Wow, is he defensively sound. Good block by Fernando Montiel. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing.
Keep working the jab.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Okay, don't waste this. But I want you to keep those hands moving. Okay, you're doing
Another round. Will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Good job staying away from the danger there.
Don't stay in one circle.
Blocks away that headshot. Able to cover up that gut. Devastating blow by Fernando Montiel.
Up and down, side to side.
A nice block by Fernando Montiel. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Parries that punch intended for the head. Not precise at all by Fernando Montiel. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Showing you some defense there with the block. Good counter punch. He has reached that point in the fight where his only chance is to cash in and hit Lotto here. He needs that grand slam, that big knockout punch, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a pen in his hand where he can fill out the numbers, but he does have a couple fists. And what he's going to have to do is find a specific place to aim a shot. Look for one moment, one spot.
Both men digging in with uppercuts. Good block. Devastating blow by Fernando Montiel. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Just focus on the fight, and we'll take care of the swelling.
They start up again, back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Fernando Montiel. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Good defensive skill. Blocks the headshot. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Jorge Arce. Good defense, just covering up down low. Well-placed counter punch by Fernando Montiel. Some fine work right there by Fernando Montiel. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. One to give one. Uppercut in return. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Blocks it away. Protecting his head well with his guards. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. A little defense turns to offense by Fernando Montiel. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Fernando Montiel.
Right down the middle. Oh, I want to see that straight right. Hold it jab, and straight down the middle. You got that? Jab, jab, right. The cut's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. Good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Good block by Fernando Montiel. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. A headshot blocked. Great movement to get away from those punches. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Fernando Montiel. Nice block by Fernando Montiel. Nice block by Fernando Montiel. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Jorge Arce. And now they're trading blows. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Fernando Montiel. Blocks away that headshot. End of the round here. And as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Last round. This is it, last round. Finish this, okay? All right. We're gonna cut.
They meet up for the 12th and final time. The last round has arrived. And a smart counterpunch by Fernando Montiel. Oh, boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Gets rid of that effort. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Fernando Montiel. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Blocks that punch. Way to block there. Coming down to the final moments of this fight that has the look of a fight that's about to go the distance. It seems like we're destined for that, Teddy. You said that very early on, it would be that kind of a night.
Well, I had a feeling it looked that way. I mean, you got two guys that are kind of like chess players, you know, and it takes a while to get to the point where you can say, hey, checkmate.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. All the rounds in the books for the official decision. Let's send it up to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner,
Fernando Montiel is your winner by unanimous decision, Teddy.
Well, the question from the beginning was, could he get inside and make it his kind of fight? He did.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We'll see you next time ringside. Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California for a much-anticipated main event. 12 rounds, featherweight action between Erik Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. He's got his eye on the prize. Look at that focus and determination during his ring walk. Marco Antonio Barrera is now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand.
fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Erik "The Terrible" Morales. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome the baby-faced assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera.
Remember one thing, obey my commands at all times.
36 minutes still ahead of him here, round 1 of 12. Teddy, most of the fighters that you train throughout your career are guys that could be described as this, guys that really will bring it and are able to do it throughout the whole fight and go the distance. What's the mental makeup of a guy like that?
Confidence. He's been there before. He's sure that he can do it.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Nice block by Barrera. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. You know, we only show up when it's time to watch them do their thing for the fight, but they're really working at it day in and day out just to make weight. What's so tough about making weight in boxing?
Well, it can weigh you down.
Wow! Oh, that uppercut got him badly. Oh, look at that. You know you need space to punch. He realizes that, so he pushes his opponent. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Digs in with a good, solid uppercut after taking one. Locks it away.
Keep working the jab.
Barrera able to block it. Ten clicks of the top. Barrera able to land the counterpunch. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. The end of the round has arrived. And now an opportunity for the trainer here to get his hands on his guy. His guy just got tagged pretty good there. And when he looks into his eyes, what is he looking for?
Well, first of all, he's looking to see whether or not his guy is still there. You know, he got stunned pretty good. And then what he has to do is make sure his guy is listening to him and telling him, hey, look, you got caught. You've been caught before. This is the way we can fix it. This is what you got to do to correct things.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Accurate counter punch by Erik Morales. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Good block by Erik Morales. And a sharp counter punch by Erik Morales. Morales blocks that punch. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Halfway through round number 2. Nice block. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Blocks that belt line well. On the mark, the counter punch by Erik Morales. He has walked through bullets, bazookas, and bombs, and he's still standing in there tonight, Teddy.
Yeah, this is a testament not just to the physical makeup. I know a lot of people at home are going to say, wow, what kind of bone does he have inside that chin? But it's his mind, too. He's making a choice, just like you do in life and other things. He's making a choice to deal with this. A lot of guys would have given in already.
Nice block by Barrera. Marco Antonio Barrera's got some swelling that now you figure his opponent's going to target. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Nice block by Erik Morales. Nice counter punch by Barrera. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
And round number 3 is underway. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Gets rid of that body shot. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Erik Morales. Marco Antonio Barrera's cut, man, is going to need to be all over this side. The swelling seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's kind of like being a gardener. You have to start getting in there before the weeds come up. You can't wait until the weeds are all over the place and then pull them up. You're going to destroy those beautiful rose bushes. Well, it's the same thing here. You got to get to this eye before the swelling's there. You got to put that end swell, that cold piece of metal, onto that place early on.
Marco Antonio Barrera is now fighting 2 opponents. The man opposite him and his eye swelling.
Yeah, but you can't panic, Joe. This is boxing. You know, this is not the opera. These things happen, and champions win under these conditions. So right now, believe it or not, strategy. You got to stay calm, and you got to start thinking, okay, it's this eye that's swollen. I'm going to keep the fight on the side of the ring where I can see with my good eye. You got to really think that clearly in these kind of conditions.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Good scoring counterpunch by Erik Morales. He has taken a lot of punishment here.
Well, the special fighters find a way, even when it's desperate like this, to survive. He's got to find that way right now.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Erik Morales. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. A hook for you and a hook right back.
Move your
10 seconds remaining in this round. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Don't worry about it. The swelling is not. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Great job. You're doing well.
Here we go with the 4th round. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Erik Morales. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault.
Keep your head.
Nice strike after catching one by Erik Morales.
Keep the head.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
Use your feet.
got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Nice block by Erik Morales. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Erik Morales. Halfway through round number 4. Now that's some fine work right there by Erik Morales. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Frustrating his opponent with great defense.
Keep working the jab.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Erik Morales. Look at Marco Antonio Barrera with the counterpunch. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Marco Antonio Barrera. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. How about a return to sender with the left hand? As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. Much better. That was good.
Here we are at the start of another round. A round that could simply add on to a new direction and a new course that this fight has taken. I really liked what he was able to do in that last round. Now, he's behind on the scorecards, but you get the sense that the momentum is starting to roll his way.
Well, you get the sense that it's starting to become his kind of fight now.
Boy, you gotta love being his opponent, right? You come into a fight like this tonight, you're so worried about getting off your punches, landing accurate punches. Well, here it is. Not gonna move the head at all. Come and get it.
No, you just have to worry about you don't hurt your hands. You better hope that you wrap them real good, because you're banging the nugget all night long.
Keep moving around the ring.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy, because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Erik Morales, his eye is now cut. That could be a real detriment. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Protecting his head well with his guard. Good job staying away from the danger there. Straight right was lined up, but he missed. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
Erik Morales has got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. Each man able to land an uppercut. Parries that punch intended for the head. Off the mark there. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Erik Morales. Good defensive skill. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
He's hurt. I need you to jump on him in this round, all right?
Back to action here at the start of this round. That last round was very interesting because it was the kind of round that can turn a fight in a completely new direction. He did well.
Yeah, you know, the old-time saying was bad start, good finish. Well, that's what he's hoping for, good finish.
Good block. Look at Marco Antonio Barrera with the counter punch. Marco Antonio Barrera's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Well off the mark by Erik Morales. The nice counter punch by Erik Morales. Parries that punch intended for the head. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Blocks that punch. Good block by Marco Antonio Barrera. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
Nice counter punch by Barrera. We've reached the halfway point of this battle. Real good fight here. Tough to get a sense of who's really up. I could see making an argument for either guy, but that's a testament to both guys and what they've been willing to bring to this battle tonight.
Yeah, and what it's a testament to, Joe, is that it's an enjoyable fight. After a while, you don't even concentrate on who's up. All you know is you're enjoying every bit of it.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes, okay? I want to see that counter hustle. They can pay for the mistakes. Okay, listen. Body in hand, double from your body, punch it, thin hand.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. Now, this is a very exciting fight. It's been evenly fought, but it just has the feel of a fight that's going to go the distance. It doesn't look like any one guy is going to take control over the other.
No, when somebody makes up their mind, I am not being knocked out, I am staying, they usually stay. These guys are here for the night.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
Hit it out.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Erik Morales. Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Good job protecting himself. What a fight. What a great, great non-stop action fight this has been. Look at Marco Antonio Barrera with the counter punch.
Circle!
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Erik Morales. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Listen, he's done. He's done. I want you to double up on that jab and finish out with a hook, okay? One, two. Let's get on that swelling. Get the compressor.
Round 8 is underway. Nice counter punch by Barrera. And now they're trading blows. Good block. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. able to get rid of that one. A headshot blocked. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Morales counters. Good defensive skill. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Erik Morales. Return to center with the left hand. Blocks the headshot. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Nice. Nice. Keep it up. This guy's never felt me like this. Keep the pressure up. Okay, you're doing good.
The 9th round is here. Good defense just covering up down low. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Erik Morales. Blocks away that headshot. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Nice block by Erik Morales. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Barrera able to land the counter punch. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Lopez right back with the left hand. Morales blocks it away. He missed with that headshot. Good block by Marco Antonio Barrera. Nice block by Erik Morales. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs to upstairs, okay? Body to the head. Let's get on that swallow. Get on the swallow.
And now they start round number 10. Morales blocks that punch. Morales counters. Oh, and look at this, Teddy, wasting no time getting to know each other.
No, they came right to the center ring, said hello.
Gets rid of that body shot. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Nice block by Barrera. Oh, and there you go. Erik Morales is stunned and staggered. Well, where was this earlier? All of a sudden now you see he's being effective and being aggressive and outworking his man, when for most of the fight, he was the one being outworked.
Well, eating about 2 dozen jabs, you know what? It can change your mind a little bit. He figures now, let the other guy start eating a little.
Teddy, he went from being on the edge of the cliff to now climbing back up the mountain.
Well, you know, that's where you'd want to know if a guy recovers fast. Obviously, he has the capacity to recover very quickly.
Keep moving around the ring. In and out, in and out, in and out.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
Keep working the body.
Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Marco Antonio Barrera. Blocks that belt line well. End of the round there. He was able to stun his opponent. Teddy, when you're training a guy that's coming off a round where he just got to his man, what do you do? Do you say, hey, I saw that, and here's how you did it? How do you approach that?
Well, you want to make sure you remind him exactly what you're talking about, how he set it up. Don't think about just a big punch that landed. Remember how you got to that point.
Carry it away, you catch it. Got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch it. Let's get on that swallow. Get the compress on him.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Marco Antonio Barrera. Morales counters. Erik Morales is dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
Wow! Marco Antonio Barrera's knocked down. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Erik Morales. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. 1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Shot, now he gives a left. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
That's right, bro. You get into a brawl with this guy. That's what he wants. Don't give it to him. Don't let him breathe.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Marco Antonio Barrera is just thinking too much about what happened earlier. You can see with how hesitant he is, how tentative he is offensively now.
Absolutely, Joe. You know, this business is about being smart. It's about the sweet science, knowing how to hit and not get hit. But it's also about taking chances. Right now, he's afraid of taking chances.
him with a left hand. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Come on, side to side.
Good block by Marco Antonio Barrera. Marco Antonio Barrera is almost as if he's scared to throw punches right now, that he's just thinking strictly about defense after being tagged earlier in this fight.
Well, he needs some help in his corner. That's where a good corner comes in right now. They have to straighten his mind out right now. They have to give him another way of attack. They have to give him a plan B.
What a great round. Oh, Marco Antonio Barrera's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Good block by Marco Antonio Barrera. Barrera able to land the counterpunch. I think it has come to that point. He's behind on the cards. He's just got to be. Going to take a knockout to win this?
Yeah, I think so, and it's going to take a certain kind of attitude or strategy, a change in strategy. You go into the fights, you don't look for a knockout. You're looking to use your jab, you're looking to set up punches, you're looking to go rounds. Right now, he's got to find a way to get a knockout. Look for one punch. One big punch right now.
Well, that wraps it up. Now, let's send it up to our ring announcer for the decision.
Your winner, Eric the Terror Morales.
Eric Morales is your winner by majority decision, Teddy.
I know there's going to be something to talk about in the barbershops around the city, around the state tomorrow, because a lot of people are going to have a different look about that decision.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying thanks for being with us.
Yes, sir, it's the beast from Decatur. Can't see enemies and the haters. Real sharp with my thing like a razor.